lying down on the mat. How can this be any better? On your back, knees bent. You're just going to gently press your lower back into the mat and release. Gently press the lower back and release. Gently press and release. Try not to use your legs or your hips, just working the core muscles, feeling the lower back imprint. Hold and then release. Press, hold, and release. Press, hold, and release. Press, hold, and release. Now straighten your legs on the mat. Now you're going to squeeze your tush. Tighten up the tush and release. Tighten and release. Tighten and release. So this is glute activation. We did a little core activation to start. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Now let's see how smart our brains are, meaning you're going to just squeeze the right butt cheek and release, and then the left butt cheek and release. Turning on one side and then the other. Alternating, squeeze right side and then left side. It's really important to be able to do that. Moving at your pace. Focusing on those squeezes, right and left. Try to really relax the one side while you squeeze to about a 9 out of 10 on the other. And let's squeeze both sides. Squeeze, tush, and release. Nice job. Bend your knees, place your feet onto the floor. You're going to gently press your lower back towards the floor. Now, tighten up the abs about 20%, and you're going to try to keep your body steady. You're going to do straight leg lifts with the right leg. So extend it out, and we're going to lift it up, and then we're going to lower, hover, and lift. Try not to let it touch down to the floor. Lower and lift for 2. Feeling the thigh work for 3, really lengthening out the legs, lifting 4. Lower, lift 5. Lower, 6. Lower, 7. And lower, 8. Switch sides. Extending the leg, and we lift, squeeze the thigh muscle, 1. Lifting, 2. Remember your core, keep that lower back press, 3. Slow control, 4. See if you can hold it for a second at the top, 5. Lower, lift, 6. Lower, 7. Last one, lower, for 8. Bend your knees. You're going to do bridges. Hands by your sides, palms down. You're going to lift your hips up and gently squeeze your glute and lower back down. You have the option to roll and peel up one vertebra at a time and rolling back down. But if that bothers your back in any way, you're more than welcome to just lift flat back and lower flat back without the roll. Moving at your pace, lifting and lowering. Lift and lower. Let's do 3 more. 2 and 1. Lower down, draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms over your legs, maybe roll a little from side to side, kind of loosening it up. A little massage in the back. All right, let's roll over onto one side. Any side will do. So if you just roll to see what's going on, that works. Come all the way down onto the shoulder here, extending the lower arm down. You're going to take your top arm, you're going to bring it onto the mat. You're going to lift your head. You're going to look to lift both feet together into what's called a banana. So your legs are straight. You're lifting the legs, lifting your head. You want to feel your side oblique right here working. You might even feel your lower back work and lower down. Here we go. Lift 1, lift 2, lift 3, using your waist 4 to lift your legs. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. Draw your knees into your chest. And then we're going to do a spinal twist, a real quick little stretch. Bring the back of the head to the mat and relax. Coming back onto the starting side, we're not doing the other side quite yet. You're going to support your head now with your bottom arm. You're going to bring your feet in line with your hips because we're going to do some clamshells. So feet stay stacked. You're going to lift that top knee. Try not to let yourself roll back. Kind of a helpful hint is to place your hand right on top of your hip here. And that way you know you'll feel if there's some rolling movements at all. You want to keep that from happening. So lift 1, lift 2, lift 3, lift 4, lift 5, lift 6, lift 7, and lift 8. Nice job. You're going to need your ball. So grab your ball. You're going to place the ball between your knees. You're going to let your feet touch. You're going to start on that same side, your starting side. You're supporting your head on your side. There you go. And now you're going to lift your foot instead of your knee, doing kind of a reversal clamshell. Foot comes up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So if you had ankle weights at home, putting those on, or if you ever want to bring them to class, if you have ankle weights, bring them on in. You can always amp up your workout. Let's switch to the other side. All right, so starting with the banana first, all the way down onto the shoulder, the arm extended out, legs straight. Top arm is on the mat in front of you. That way you're rolling forward. Lift your head, lift both feet together, and we're going to lift it up. 1, lift it up. 2, lift it up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Draw your knees into your chest for a spinal twist, opening up the back of the head, doing a little release, little mobility. And then coming back to center, support your head with your bottom arm, and then bring your feet in line with your hips. From here, you're going to clamshell. Put your top hand on your hip, and you're going to open the knee and close the knee. You want as little mobility or motion as possible. So you're all the way on your side. Your left hand is on your hip, and you're opening your knee, keeping your body as still as possible. Two more. And last one. Nice job. You're going to grab your ball, place it between your knees for that reverse clamshell. I like to kind of call it the Charleston because I feel a little bit like I'm doing the Charleston dance because the knee is going inward towards each other and the foot is going up towards the ceiling, creating internal rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. You're going to come onto your back. You're going to keep the ball between your knees or replace it once you get there. Feet are going to go down on the floor, knees bent, ball between the knees. Suzanne Summers, thigh master. We're going to squeeze that ball and release, squeeze and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 10 of these. 9 and 10. Nice job. Pull the knees in. Keep the ball between your knees. And you're just going to try to pull the knees in a little tighter, doing little bitty reverse crunches. So you're pulling in, knees a little tighter. You're going to feel the lower back press. It's very small core movements here, allowing the neck to rest. The shoulders are relaxed, and all the work is happening at the belly button and below. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet down on the floor, bridge. Hands come by your sides, palms down, arms are straight, your neck is long. Slowly lift your hips up, squeeze, and lower down. What the ball is doing here is just keeping your legs in good position, so they're not rocking inward or going too far outward. It's just an alignment tool more than anything. I'm not trying to squeeze the ball. I'm just lifting at the hip and lower back down. Glute work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. Let's go ahead and remove the ball. Roll on up. Let's make our way to hands and knees. You're going to need your slider at the back of your mat. All right, hands and knees. You're going to put your left foot onto the slider. And you're going to sweep the leg out to the side, straight, and then slide it back behind. The idea, though, is that your arms are straight and strong, and your core is straight and strong, and you're just moving at the glute. Leg is moving, the core is solid, arms are solid. Straight, strong arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's go other side. So placing the other foot on, make sure you have plenty of room to slide it out. Bring it back in, strong arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. Just move your slider to the side. You're going to curl the toes under. You're going to lift the knees and lower down. So when you lift the knees up, it's about 3 inches off the mat going into a bear plank. So it's a little lift and lower. You've got to use your arms, your core, and your legs to do this move. Strong push. 1. Strong push. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Taking a release, child's pose. You can lower your hips down. Cat and cow, let's move the spine around. So hands and knees once again, and we're going to take a little back bend looking forward. And then round the spine, belly in, chin to chest. Breathing in, looking forward, and then breathing out, round. Breathe in, looking forward, relax the belly, and exhale, pull the abs in. Breathe in, continuing with this motion, and exhale. And one more time. And exhale. All right, we're gonna walk the hands forward and come down onto the belly best you can. All right. From here, we're gonna do mini push-ups. And I mean mini because all we're gonna do is lift the head and shoulders first, and I'm not using my hands, and we're just gonna push up a little tiny bit. So I'm not lifting my hips, it's just the upper body, pushing a little bit into the mat. Pushing up, baby cobras. 1, 2, long neck. 3, feel the arms work. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. Arms are gonna come open to a T. You're gonna fly, lift everything up. Legs come up, arms come up. Yes, oh my gosh, you're flying an airplane. And release. Nice job. Let's do a quick child's pose. So we're gonna do a very similar thing on the belly with the arms. You're gonna need your blocks though, okay? So if your blocks are back here, grab your blocks, bring them up towards the top of the mat, come back down to your belly. You're gonna put the blocks out to the side. So if I put my arms out to a T and rested my arms on the blocks, that's where I want you to have the blocks positioned. You're going to put your forehead onto the mat, and you're going to move your arms off the block in front and then behind the block. Now, if you have really strong shoulders and this doesn't bother you, you can grab those light weights that I had you grab. You're going to take those light weights. But I'm going to tell you what, it's way harder. Go slow. We're not looking for lots of reps. We're looking for good quality, slow strength. How you doing? So what you're doing is if you have your hands on the blocks like this, right? That's where you want the blocks. And then you're going to grab your weights and you're going to go behind the block and in front of the block. It's very hard. So you have to move your ball, move your other weights. Mm-hmm. It is hard. So I'm going to move you this box this way. Move this block this way. You're going to bring your arms out to the side and behind the block. Oh, okay. Then you're going to go over the block and you're going to go behind the block. You just got to move your red weights out of the way. Your red weights are causing you some issues here. Woof. Tough stuff, isn't it? All righty, guys. Take a breather from that. Rest your arms. You're going to stay on your belly. We're going to lift the leg. So you can bring your arms in. You can prop yourself up. You can put your forehead on your wrist or on your fist. What we're looking at is a straight leg. Okay, straight leg raise. Now I want you to relax your left leg, even kind of shake it around, relax that leg. Only use the right glute and leg to lift. I'm pressing my hip down into the floor, the right hip. Okay, so I'm trying not to let my hip come up, just the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Shake that right leg. All right, relax the right side, left leg. You're going to squeeze to lift, your hips pressing down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's do it again, right side. 1, 2, relax your left leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. All right, let's roll back onto your side. Pick your starting side. You're gonna be propped up on your forearm and on your knees. We're gonna do a modified side plank. You can use your top hand to help lift your hips up, okay, if needed. If not, hand to your hip, we're gonna lift up and down 8 times. So make sure your arm is strong, and we lift hips up 1, up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. Turn to the other side. Whether you swing the legs around or you roll over on the forearm, you can either use this hand to help lift, because that is a modification, okay, or hand to your hip to lift the hips. Here we go. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's go back to your starting side. I'm going to show you the full move and then the modification. The full move that you're going to do next is the same lift, but now you're going to also lift the top leg, okay? Now, the modification would be not lifting the hip at all and just lifting the top leg, okay? Let's go. Ready? And we lift it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So all of a sudden got much harder all of a sudden, didn't this class? It went from not too shabby to pretty tough. Here we go. Ready? So lift hips, lift leg, or just the leg itself. 1, lift it. 2, lift 3, lift 4, lift 5, lift 6, lift 7, and lift 8. Nice job. All right, you're gonna grab your light weights. Booty work, core work, shoulder work, all the above on that last one. That's a doozy. All right, we're gonna roll down with the weights out in front and then roll back up best you can. You want the elbows slightly bent and the weights out in front of you the whole time. The weights actually help lift you up, okay? Especially if you have difficulties doing roll-ups. You can also not use the weights and use your arms as you need to help make it happen. All right, do what you gotta do, but try to do something. Even if it's just a little bit back and up. Holding onto the legs is a good modification as well. Some work leads into more work. The more you do, the stronger you get. And then one day you don't even need your weights. You can put the weights down and do it. I'm not there yet. I get stuck. I still need help. And that's okay, right? Everybody's got their issues or ailments. We all try to modify where we need to. All righty, keeping your weights, you're gonna lower all the way down onto your back. Your weights are gonna go straight up into the air. You're gonna bend the elbows slightly, bringing them open to a T. This is a fly, pectoral fly. We're strengthening the chest muscles and the biceps. You want the elbows slightly bent and bring them back together. Feel the neck long and your shoulders down. Open, tapping the back of the arms towards the floor, and close. Open, exhale, 2. Holding this open, and 3. Open, and 4. Open, and 5. Open, 6. Open, 7. And 8. Nice job. Touch the weights together. Bend the elbows. You're going to do skull crushers. So you're going to slowly bring the weights over your head, tap them down to the mat, and then come back up, straighten the arms towards the ceiling. Bend the elbows, bring it up over the head, and bring it back up, straighten the arms. Bend over the head, and straighten the arms. Bend over the head, and straighten the arms. Bend over the head, and straighten. I think we have 2 more. And last one, arms are going to come up. You're going to lift your head and shoulders, crunch. Now you're going to open up the arms and you're going to lower them towards your legs. Keep a micro bend in the elbows. That way you're working your biceps here. You're also working the core. For those that want the added challenge, you're going to lift the legs up into dead bug. And if that's still not enough for you, you can straighten the legs out. But just know that comes way, that makes it way harder. So maybe just go with this bent knee or feet on the floor. 4, 3, 2, and rest it down. Woo, nice job. All righty, putting your weights a little bit to the side. Widen your feet, knees bent, windshield wipers. So roll from side to side. And then heel toe your feet together. We're going to do straight leg lifts again, but this time we're going to add a little something, something. That something, something is you're going to take the weight in your left arm. You're going to lift your right leg up. Okay, so your leg lift is going to look like this, but you're going to add a little crunch, bringing the weight towards the right leg. So it's lower and crunch. Lower and 2. Lower and 3. Lower, 4. Lower, 5. Lower, 6. Really see if you can hold the front at the top, guys. We only go to 8. 7. And lower. Last one for 8. Nice job. Let's switch to the other side. All righty. So you're going to lower the leg and the arm a little bit and then bring it together. Lift head and shoulders, crunch. 1. Lower, leg lift, crunch. 2. Lower, lift. 3. Strengthening the neck as well here. 4. Lower, 5. Lower, 6. Lower, 7. And lower, and 8. Oh, nice job. All right, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Hands by your sides, bridge pose. Press down into the mat with your arms and lift your hips up. Lower the hips down, draw the knees into the chest. So again, bridge, feet come down, lift the hips up. Lower down, knees come into your chest. Bridge marches. So feet come down, you're gonna lift your hips up, and then you're going to try to keep your hips steady. And you're gonna lift one heel and then the other heel. That's the first step to doing your bridge marches. Then from there, you're gonna lift the heel. Maybe you can lift the foot up and bring the knee in and lower down. Slow control. Try to do the other side. You may notice that one side is stronger than the other. So don't be in a hurry to go through the weak side. Give that weak side a little bit more slow control so you can build the strength in that side. Let's finishing up our set here. One last one on your weakest side. And then lower down, happy baby. Your knees are gonna come in wide and bent. Feet up towards the ceiling. You can hold on to your hamstrings, you can hold on to your toes, whatever makes sense for you and your body. Gonna roll it from side to side. I want you to try to touch your knee or your thigh down to the floor. Keep your head on the floor. Roll, slow control. Slow control, so you're working your abs here a little bit. You're also getting a little massage and a little flexibility. And release. A nice job. Extend your legs straight on the mat. Woo. Give your body a minute to recover. All right, roll up onto your side. Whichever side you need to see. Prop yourself up onto your forearm. All righty. Here we are. All we're going to do is we're going to lift this top leg about hip height, so it's not very high. And we're going to pull the knee forward and then extend back, nice slow control. So I'm not trying to lift the leg up too high. I'm trying to keep it right within its socket, moving it forward and backwards, controlling this. We're looking for a strength in the hip and the glute, as well as a little bit in the core. You can bring the leg a little bit further back, Jennifer. Bring it back a little bit more. That makes it a little more hard. Slow and control. Sometimes that's the hardest stuff to do. Hopefully you're feeling something on the side of the leg here. Maybe your IT band, maybe you're feeling it in your hip itself. You want to also not be relaxed in your belly, strong here, strong in the shoulder. That way we're always building more than one muscle. And rest. Nice job. Let's switch to the other side. So on the forearm, nice strong forearm. Core lengthen. Lift the leg just enough so it feels like it's still within the socket, not lifting up past. And we're just going to take the knee forward and as far back as you can go without letting your body move. We're looking for a very steady core, just moving at that hip joint. Sometimes these things don't feel too good to do, but I'm going to tell you it makes a huge difference on how you're going to feel the next couple of days because the hips will be stronger. And rest. Woo, nice job. Come up to seated. Cross the legs. Just stretch the neck a little bit. Bring the chin to the chest. And roll the head to the right. We'll roll to the left. Do what feels best to you and your neck and situation there. And then coming back, let's bring the feet together best you can, knees open as wide as you can. You can fold over if that works for you. And then we're going to rise up. We're going to pull the knees in, then widen your feet. Hands come back behind you. And you're going to gently roll the knees from side to side. This is seated windshield wipers. And come to center. We're going to open the legs wide. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Nice. Sit up tall. You're going to bring your right hand to the shin area. Left hand's going to reach up. You're going to use this arm to support your body. So I usually kind of rest my elbow down somewhere on the leg so I can side bend and use the support of this hand. And switch. Bending the elbow, little side bend. And come to center. You're going to walk your hands as far forward as possible. Come back up to center. We're going to bring the feet together. You're going to bend the right knee in. Sit up really tall. Then we're going to twist. So you're going to bring your left arm across and turn to your right, looking out the emergency exit. And maybe even turning your head away from me. See if you can see the wall behind you. And release, switching to the other side. Bending now the left knee in. And then turning your head a little bit more. See if you can see the wall behind you. And coming back to center, legs go straight, pointed toes. Reach for your toes. Maybe the hands just come to the shin. And come on up. You're going to turn inward towards each other so that you can see. We're going to all do the same side. We're going to bring the right leg in front and the left leg behind, but you need to turn in to face each other in studio. So turn this way, and you guys turn this way, come to the middle of your mat, and you're going to bring your right leg in front to the long edge of your mat, and then the left leg is going to come behind. There you go. Then you're going to come onto your forearm, right forearm, unless you've got the opposite leg in front. There you go. There it is. Right forearm. That's it. And then left arm comes up and over the ear for a side stretch. And then from here, arm comes back up. We're going to twist, bringing the arm down like you're doing a forearm plank. Both elbows on the ground best you can. Yep. That's it. And if you feel very little stretch, the more you move your arms to the right, yes, the more stretch you'll get. Okay. Yep, to your right. Yep. Behind you, you'll see that. You'll feel it more stretch there. Yes. Good. All right. Coming back to center, come on up. And we're going to switch to the other side. So now you can bring your left leg in front and your right leg behind. And then you're going to come down onto the left forearm. Right arm over the ear first, side stretch. And then coming back to center, twist by bringing the arm down, get both elbows down like you're doing a forearm plank. And if you move your arms more to the left side or your head more to the left, slightly behind you, you'll deepen the stretch right through here. Side oblique work, lower back stretch. Great for your golf game. And then slowly make your way back to center and rise up. Easy seat, guys. That is it for you today. Thanks for coming. See you next time.